So today we're going to create a GPT in ChatGPT Pro that's going to help us coach us on becoming better finance business partners. So we'll click on Explore, and then you'll see the GPTs I've already created. I'll provide a Notion link in the notes for this video so that you can access them, because they're all private links if you want to have a look at the ones I've done already. But we're just going to create a GPT, and we'll go into here, which is what we call a builder. So the builder is a chat interface similar to ChatGPT, whereby we can tell ChatGPT what we want it to help us make. We can of course do it manually as well, so you can enter custom instructions here, but we'll have a look at what is happening in the configure pane as we chat with ChatGPT to build our GPT. So here we want an expert coach or an expert corporate finance coach with a proven track record in coaching finance teams on how to become better business partners. So we'll see that it's having to think about it. I generally find that being sort of quite simple to begin with works better. You don't want a really complicated prompt to start with. The chat interface when building a GPT is better if you just do little increments and follow the guidance rather than trying to do everything up front with a single prompt. So we'll see it's updating here. It takes a little bit of time. There are sometimes some buggy bits as well, so sometimes it will answer its own questions. It might do that as we go through, but we'll see how we go for now. So finance mentor, I think we do finance business partner mentor. It's probably better. Not quite as catchy, but there we go. It will then use DAL-E, so DAL-E to generate a profile picture. So it's got image generation enabled there as well. So it will come up with a suggested image for us. Interestingly, it's not updated the name yet. Oh no, there we go. No, it's done. Okay, cool. So finance business partner mentor, how do you feel about it? So it's a set of scales. Can we have calculator and person instead? There we go. Error generating response. That's why I say it's sometimes a little bit buggy, but hopefully it will get it right second time around. There we go. Okay, so maybe completely different to the previous image. That is fine. No issue there. Fine. So we'll just do that. That's fine. We can always change it later. I mean, yeah. Okay. Okay. So now we need to start refining the behavior. So we've got the question. What do we want the area of focus to be? So budgeting, investment, risk management, any other specific aspect of corporate finance. So no, needs to focus on partnerships and building influence within other departments in the organization. Emphasis on soft skills and critical thinking. So we'll have another update. Just whilst it's doing that, you do have the ability to preview as we go along. I haven't typed anything yet because I want to continue with the build to finish that off before testing it. So the focus on building partnerships and influencing the organisation. What kind of personality traits or communication style would you like? More formal and authoritative, or friendly and encouraging? So let's do friendly and encouraging, but also objective with a willingness to challenge assumptions. So to make sure GPT behaves as you envision, a few examples of questions and prompts I'm using. This might help me understand the kind of interactions you expect. Okay, fine. Examples. Help guide me on the best way to speak with my operations team. Help coach me on the way to deliver an effective presentation to non-finance professionals. And let's do one more. Help with methodologies, or help with a set of step-by-step instructions on how I can improve my EQ/emotional intelligence. Let's just do example questions. Okay, cool. So we're ready to test. So we've got some example questions there. We can always add more. So what we'll do is we'll switch over to configure, and you'll see that we've got the name, description, and then these are the instructions that ChatGPT has been populating as we've gone through the builder, but we can add to this. What I've found previously is sometimes it's not as detailed or as accurate as it could be. So you might want to update these instructions. Likewise, you could go into normal ChatGPT and write a prompt, something along the lines of, I'm programming a bot. Can you give me the best possible prompt to train a GPT in achieving a certain outcome? So you could also generate a prompt to create the base prompt for GPT, but maybe that's a little bit too meta. So we've got some of the conversation starters here. Might be nice to have another one here though, so we can add another conversation starter. So how can I improve my coaching and delivering presentations and online? It's pros guy. I'm speaking with my operations team. Give advice on how I can start asking better questions to get better answers from the team. Okay, cool. So what we can do there is we can save if we want. So only people with the link or only me. And that'll finish the process. So we'll come out of builder mode and we'll go into actually using the GPT in real life. So what we'll do now quickly is we'll just do a bit of a test to see what this response is like. So I'm just going to click on the pre-suggested question, which is coach me on delivering a presentation to non-finance pros. And then we've got our answer here. So, simplify financial jargon, know your audience, focus on relevance, use visual aids wisely, tell a story. Okay, and then what we might do is ask it to give a little bit more detail on some of these points. So once it's finished, I'm interested in seeing what advice it could give us on telling a story. So we could say something like, let's dig into point 5, any guidance on how to tell better stories. I haven't given any context here, so we haven't given an example of what the presentation is, who's going to be in the room, what the outcome is. Okay, so it seems to be given a decent response, even though it's slowed down a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Either way, stop that for now. What we can now do, I've not really tested this before, but we've now got the ability to upload files to train the GPT even further. So it's referred to as knowledge. I've got this analyst trifecta ebook from the Corporate Finance Institute. It might not pick up on the images, but it might pick up on the text. The other thing to consider is it's also a really long document. So it might not process all of it, but either way, let's give it a go. So let's upload the file, and then just do analyst trifecta ebook. Okay, that's fine. So you see now it's grayed out because it's updating its knowledge base. Yeah, so let's see whether we can get it to give any hints here. So let's just pick up a bit from the ebook. Let's just go back to the top for a second. So we've got presentation, and then we've got networking, building relationships within the company. So part 1, networking, building relationships. So maybe we can now say, using your knowledge, have you got any tips on how to network and build relationships? Let's see whether it pulls out anything from its training to see whether it's picking up stuff there. So generally what it does is it sometimes says searching knowledge. I get the impression this is a pre-canned response because it's done it too quickly. So yeah, I have a feeling that with some of this advanced capability, it might not call on it in the preview, so we might have to save it and actually use it for real to do that. I know that if you've got code interpreter selected, if you want it to use code to generate Excel, generate Word, or do all of that sort of clever stuff with Python, it only works when you've saved it and are using it live. It doesn't work in preview. So let's just save it. Only people with a link confirm that, and then let's see whether it does a better job live. So let's try that same prompt. So using your knowledge, have you got any tips on networking and building relationships? Okay, fine. So it seems to have done that pretty quickly again. So let's just have a look. So analyst working team. So let's have a look. So I'm looking for terms such as like destructive criticism, appreciate co-workers, align your wants, interest in other people, make a good impression, be an active listener. Yeah, so it seems to have pulled through. And again, it could just be taking that from its base training instead of the document. So we do have a bit in terms of developing genuine interest. Yeah, but it might not have picked up on that ebook there in terms of its knowledge. Again, I'm doing this on the fly. But either way, hopefully that's given you a bit of a window into the way that you can build GPTs within ChatGPT Pro. Of course, if you did want to go in and edit it, then you can go into your Explore Finance Business Partner Mentor at the top here, and then you can click on Edit GPT there. But you can share the links to the conversations in the same way as you would normally, so you can share your chats, and then as I mentioned previously, as soon as you've generated a GPT, you can then also share it with others. Okay, so it looks like you can copy link either from the edit page, or let's just go into copy the link from within. Yeah, so copy link there we go. So that should, yeah, there we go. So that you should be able to share that with anybody else for them to get access to your GPT. All right. There will be a marketplace if it's not already been launched, whereby you can create GPTs and actually charge for them. I'm not sure how well that's actually going to go, but either way, there we go. So give it a go, let me know how you get on, and give us a shout if you've got any questions. Cheers, bye-bye.